What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, well, another Monday in the books, another Splinterlands Town Hall. This is for August 28th, 2023. And we have, well, there was no Yabamat, unfortunately, so we have not seen him in like 2 months. I hope all is well with him. He's enjoying his summer. And, next opportunity that we would get to have him would be the Town Hall in mid-September. So hopefully we will get to see him and get some land alpha soon if he's working on that Splinterlands or the Land 2.0 white paper. But same caveat as always, this is just my 5 biggest takeaways. There's fantastic full summaries put together by the team, as you can see here, as well as other written and video content creators. So make sure you go out and support them. But as per usual, I like to give you my own little visual here. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Again, there wasn't much in the town hall because we're all just waiting on land. So jumping into number 1, when land? Now, I don't have an answer for you, but I am going to try and speculate based on all the information that we've gotten, not just from the town hall, but with Cryptomancer over the weekend in the land expansion channel on Discord. So, Weirdbeard was on the town hall talking about all the different things that they still need to do. There's like some issues with keeps and castles and their harvesting. There's some other little bugs and things like that. I'll be honest, from what it sounds like, there's still a little work to be done, and we know that Farpatrot is out this entire week for his vacation. I believe he's off in Alaska, so hopefully he is enjoying his fishing trip there. So I don't know if the other devs are able to go in and take care of the stuff, or maybe if they're just focused on the smaller like bugs and QA fixes. But looking ahead, all right, just looking ahead at the calendar is kind of what I wanted to do. It's not on Mavs yet. Cryptomancer over the weekend in the LAN channel said that they were going to try and get it out sometime this week. So, early, it's already Monday. By Thursday, that's the end of August, right? So at this point, I don't think we're getting land in August. I know there's a running joke going around, but I don't think we're getting land in August. I would say that the other comment from Aggie was they would need about a week in MAV testing just to make sure nothing was completely broken. So unless we're going to get it tomorrow, which it just doesn't sound like, and by tomorrow I mean August 29th, that would be the only chance that we would get in terms of like a week long and then get it on like the 5th of September, which is the day after Labor Day. So here in the US, this is a holiday week here, right? The 4th is a holiday. And my guess would be, again, this is just my own speculation, is we will hopefully, fingers crossed, see MAV testing sometime later this week, probably by the weekend, at which point I think it's going to run for a full week, right? Run for a full week, and then we get it on the 12th of September. That to me will be the earliest time frame to expect Land 1.5 in all of its glory. Not MAV testing, but actual Land 1.5. So we're looking at mid-September, in my opinion. Now, again, this is not me just throwing shade to throw shade. I'm not even trying to throw shade. I'm just trying to be realistic about where we're at, because if I was the team, I wouldn't want to release something with Farpatrot either on vacation or with him just coming back from vacation, right? If he's coming back and then all of a sudden there's no work days and it's just that, nobody's working on Monday the 4th, and then you come back on Tuesday the 5th and all of a sudden you deploy land. To me, that doesn't seem like the best way to go about it. So my guess is that the team takes its time. And at this point, we've already missed August, right? So might as well milk this, make sure everything is actually functioning properly so that there's no extra salt being thrown around by the Mavs once it hits Mavs testing, and get us something that is cool and makes us super excited about the overall gameplay of Land, which I have to say, a lot of the things that Cryptomancer shared, a lot of the screenshots that he shared, which we may even cover here. I might do a video just going over those. They look really good. So ultimately, I am very much looking forward to this. It's just a matter of locking down a date on when we can actually expect it to be live. So my guess is the 12th at the earliest, but curious to know how others feel. Okay, so number 2, this is in regards to the other major release we're waiting for, which is Soulkeep. And I've seen a lot of speculation thrown out there that there's something going on between Splinterlands and Double Coconut. So somebody asked this directly to Aggie during the town hall, to which he said there's no conflict with Double Coconut, that David, who is the CEO of Double Coconut, is a good friend of Matt's, and this is just part of the process. There's some kind of transition that needs to be worked through in terms of the overall code. Now, that's not to say that I personally don't think that this was the original plan, at least from the way that Double Coconut was talking about it early on. It sounded like they wanted to be or at least they were planning to be involved with all the different things like that they wanted to add in the future, PvP, different maps, like tournaments and all that stuff. So I'm sure that there had to be some kind of change in direction because once again, we went from soon in July or soon in June to very soon in July to after land in August. So there had to be some kind of pivot there, but it's good to know that, or at least, from the official channels, it's good to know that there's no conflict there because to me, if there is conflict there, that could delay everything even further if the team, gets embroiled in some kind of legal battle. So that was actually very good news for me. And it does seem that we are just going to have to wait until land comes out for Soulkeep to be a focus for the team, which, again, if land is not coming out until mid-September, we know the team doesn't want to be, putting a bunch of stuff together. I'm thinking that there's no way that, Soulkeep comes out in September. We're probably looking at October at the earliest. And if you're Darkest Night, you're saying 2024 at this point. But he's just saying 2024 to everything. So that's the update with Soulkeep. Number 3, this might have been addressed earlier, but somebody once again asked Aggie, and due to the fact that we were still hopeful land would come out in August, I think some people thought, hey, if land can come out and everything's cool, then maybe we still get that promo card in September, but that is not anywhere on the docket, and now with land essentially being pushed into September, it does not look like we are going to get that Q3 promo card. So Q3 in and of itself has only been about land, which is frustrating. I get it, but it's just like, it sucks that everything else was just completely put to the side for land and how big of a project it is. It makes me hopeful for Q4, but even at this point, the team has been very mum about Q4 and what to expect, except for number 4, and we can jump right in. Aggie seems like almost hell-bent on getting Rebellion out in 2023. Now, he went like back and forth with this saying like, he didn't want to commit to it, but then he kept saying like, yeah, there's going to be a new pack set by the end of the year. And he was not talking about that mini set. In fact, he hasn't talked about the mini set in a while. So I don't know if that's something that's maybe being pushed off for a later time, maybe when the market gets into a better position. But we haven't heard anything about this mini promo set that was supposed to come in. So if the focus once again is on Rebellion and all the cool things that Rebellion could bring, because keep in mind, and I think Matt even talked about this in a town hall early in the year, like with Rebellion, what they wanted to do was shake up the actual mechanics of the game, because we know that land is still going to be a while away, right? The actual using of spells and items and all that stuff is not going to be available until 2025. And that's if the team is able to stick to all of their land deliveries, right? With 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0. So that's 2 years away at this point. But with Rebellion, they wanted to implement some other kinds of different rule sets that change the mechanics, right? Like a 7th man or substitution or whatever the case is. So that could be coming sooner rather than later, which is really exciting. Now, I have been saying, and Darkest Night was saying that we both think that Rebellion is not coming until the middle of next year or after Land 2.0. But it sounds like if Land 1.5 can be as successful as the team is hoping that it will be, they are planning for this to come in by the end of the year. Now, here's the other important part that Aggie brought up. Pack sets will be dictated by the market conditions. And he kind of made a joke where it's just like, well, if Bitcoin drops back down and everything's looking bleak, then we'll release only 5 Rebellion packs. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But the point is, I've been, saying on this channel consistently that I don't believe the team is going to sell less than 15 million packs. I just don't think that it's going to be less than what they did for Chaos Legion. It doesn't, why would they want to retrace it when you can just implement a pack burn from the beginning? So again, I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do, but it was interesting to hear Aggie talking about it in this way and saying that if the market is not really there, then they will release a smaller set. But keep in mind that really would hurt Chaos Legion in so many ways. So again, I'm not saying that it's the wrong thing to do or the right thing to do. I'm just looking at this and saying, well, if they do decide to make a smaller set, it does make sense to fit it to the player base, to fit it to the market conditions, but it will affect Chaos Legion. And maybe we just have to eat that. I don't know. Maybe we just have to deal with it. Right. But this could be coming in the next 4 months. So again, we've heard dates and stuff thrown out before. I don't necessarily, I know people are going to come onto the video and comment and be like, Rebellion 2023, like, yeah, right. So again, I'm just reporting what Aggie had said during the town hall, and it seems like he really wants to get it out before the end of the year. Keep in mind, this is one of the main ways that the company generates revenue. So there's no reason for them to push it off any more than they have to. And I will say this, and I've said this in the past, right? If it does come out before Land 2.0, if it doesn't eat up, like if Land doesn't eat up all the cards, but the team still needs to get Rebellion out, Rebellion is going to be a set that it's going to be something that everybody needs to have, right? And I say this in the context of newer players coming in. If new players come in and they see Rebellion packs on the shelf for $4 plus maybe, and they see Chaos Legion packs for $1, why would they ever go for Rebellion packs? Well, the only way that you can make them go for Rebellion packs is if there's power creep or different abilities that impact the game in such a ridiculously wild way, right? Maybe you have like a summoner that can do X, Y, Z, or maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, again, I don't want to speculate too far in that direction, but I am just saying that Rebellion, based on what we know from, you know, Matt talking in the town halls with and Aggie talking in the town halls, it does sound like they want to do some different things in Rebellion. So whether it's power creep or with its new abilities, whether it's whatever, they're going to have to make it something that's so awesome that new players and old players alike, and yes, I consider myself an old player now, will just need to have it in order to be competitive or to have fun. So that could be exciting if we do get that before the end of the year. But, you know, with where the market is right now, where it could go, you know, I don't know that Bitcoin's going to be doing any kind of skyrocketing until we get closer to the halving in 2024. And then number 5, just to close this off, the GLS nodes or GLX nodes sound like they are running internally now, which is great. But it doesn't sound like the team is going to focus on SPS nodes until 2024. Aggie said he would like to get it out later this year, but it's just, you know, it doesn't seem like it's going to make it on the priority list any higher than any of the other items that they probably want to get out by the end of the year. So for all of you guys looking for an update on node stuff, you're going to have to wait until 2024. And then bonus, the Rift Watcher airdrop stats were revealed. I did a completely separate video on this, but which you can go and watch. But you can see here that this is the water legendary C-Rec, which is just a fantastic card overall. And Nate even shared a pretty great background or wallpaper here. This thing has Bloodlust, Return Fire, Magic Reflect. It heals itself and then Amplify to help with the Return Fire and Magic Reflect. And keep in mind that Bloodlust will trigger if these monsters die after getting Return Fire or Magic Reflect back to them. So it's, I don't know, this thing is still subject to change, but to me, this thing is going to be an absolute must-have in many scenarios. At least for me, I know that I'm going to want to try and get one at the gold level because getting, you know, you're able to pair Amplify with it in many other ways, but getting that self-heal in gold and the additional 4th attack, boom. And when I say gold, I mean level 3. I think that this is going to be a really fun card that shakes up the meta in a splinter, or sorry, an element, right? The water element that is already overpowered with melee monsters. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.